Hi, Cerny. I'm going to talk a little bit about this integral problem. All right, and we're going to do it by substitution, do it by hand, and so let's hop to it. So there's my calculations. All right, so let's go ahead and do this problem. So I want to do this by substitution, and the way you do this is you have to kind of recognize, what kind of integral you might be able to do. And it turns out that that's a difficult looking integral. So I'm going to let substitute u is equal to x plus 1. Okay? So when I do that, then this thing looks like integral from, I'm not going to worry about the limits at this time, u squared, and then I still have the dx, right? Okay, so I need to make that into something that has to do with the u. All right. So because u is equal to x plus 1, I can do a du dx. All right. Take the derivative of u with respect to x, and that'll give me x plus 1. Right. Okay. And in fact, the derivative of x plus 1 dx is going to be equal to 1. Okay, derivative of 1. So it's going to be dx plus d1 dx. This is a constant, derivative of a constant, so that goes to 0. This thing goes to 1 because it's a derivative of x. So that means that du dx is going to be equal to 1. So du is equal to dx. Okay? Great. So we have dx over here. So we're going to just substitute du for that. So that's going to be just equal to integral of u squared du. All right, fantastic so far. Except now we need to still figure out what these limits are. So the limits actually change because now we did a substitution. All right, now we did a substitution. So the limits for u at 0, okay, is equal to for x equals 0. That's going to be, this limit has to go to x plus 1, where x is equal to 0. And that's going to be equal to 0 plus 1, right? 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1, okay? So the lower limit here is going to be 1. The upper limit is going to be equal to 1 plus 1, right? 1 plus 1 plus 1. And that's going to be equal to 2, okay? So this sets up this limit, this sets up this limit, and we still have the u squared du, okay? Now we can take this integral. This integral is fairly simple. That's just going to be u cubed divided by 3. This is in your NCS handbook in the tables if you want. Evaluated from 1 to 2, okay? So that's going to give us 2 cubed divided by 3 for the first limit. For the second, it's going to be minus 1 cubed divided by 3. Okay, this is this guy here. And that's going to give us 7 over 3. Okay, so this is how to do it by hand. Now, what if we do this on our calculator? All right, so let's do this on our calculator. So you can see my calculator here, all right? So I'm just gonna go turn it on, make sure it's on mode 1, and then I'm gonna take the integral, left parenthesis, x, which is alpha, right parenthesis, plus 1, close parenthesis, and then squared, right, squared, and then I need to set up the limits. So the limits go to oops. Limits go from 1 to 2. No, actually, the original limits go from 0 to 1. 0, and then I'm going to go up here to 1. Alright, and I'm just going to hit N equals. Hit that equal button down here. And that gives me 7/3. Sure enough, no problem. Alright, so this is a video on slide number 150 out of 183 or something. All right.